Hi, guys. Welcome to my podcast, The Good Old Days. My name is Rita, and if you do not know me already, I am the cooking nurse. I have a YouTube channel. I have an Instagram page named The Cooking Nurse. So you please go and check me out. But also, this is my other extension where I intend to tell stories, to share stories, share conversations, and impactful words that would be able to guide the people who are coming after us. I'm so passionate about what we put out in the world, what we share on a daily, and how our words can be able to change the coming generation. So you're welcome aboard. If you have a story to tell, yeah, of course, with time, you're going to be sending in maybe requests on our email or my DMs, of course. I'm always there. I'm always there. And yeah, we'll be able to host you over and share some of our good old days memories, those that stuck with us and still live with us forever. So yeah, you're welcome. This has been long overdue. I really felt like I had a lot of juice within me to share with you guys. But I felt like, yes, as I was cooking with my food, I told stories in my captions. You have been like, some people have even gone ahead to tell me to write a book about stories, my childhood stories. So yeah, this is the book, the visual journal that I'm going to be writing and helping other people tell their stories, the little bits of their childhood, the little bits of the good old days that can be able to live on forever long after they are gone. This is something I have come to live with. Truthfully, I used to fear death, like so bad. I felt like, oh my God, I am going to die someday. I would wake up and I'll not be in the world. Like what? But now I know we are all moving. Whether we want it or we don't, we are all moving. We are all in a line. One day we are not going to be here, and whatever we leave behind is what our children and their children are going to pick up from, and it is going to be impactful if we are intentional today. So, yeah. So maybe someone would ask, who are you? Who are you really? I am Rita. I am 29. I am a mother. I am all those things. I am a lover of stories. I really, really live for words from other people's experiences. I live from people's stories, memories shared, and everything else that pushes them to do what they do. So when I'm no longer here, I want people to remember me as the girl who told a story every chance she got, who shared an experience. I could be going through something and I'm not the most successful or, let's say, the best at what I'm doing, but I will always derive something, some inspiration out of it. I would listen to people who, like, you know how they say you do not always have motivation, it's not a given. Personally, I thrive on motivation. When someone tells their story, it always feels like, oh, this person is like my big sister or my big brother. They are telling me their experiences, something they have gone through, something that has shaped their way of thinking, and it helps me also relate with people. So usually when I know, one of my toxic sides of stories is when I know about your childhood, then I know why you're doing things that you're doing, and that way I don't even maybe judge you harshly or be rude or also can help me step back. And I'm like, no, if I cannot change this particular part of you, the one who's going to heal your inner child, and unless you do that, then it's going to be harmful. So please, I must step out. And yeah, that's the toxic side of this whole situation. But yeah, I really believe that once we tell our stories now in town, we are more on the modern side of, parenting, teaching, and everything is on the screen. Someone is teaching people, everyone, their culture. So it is our job, you and I, to be able to share our individual stories because no one has lived our stories. Every time you look at your story, you're like, no, we relate, yeah, but I cannot tell my story. It was never the same experience. We can all be in this room and we'll not have the same set, for example. We'll all be in this restaurant and eat the same food, but we'll all not appreciate the taste the same way. So I urge you to tell your story at whatever opportunity you get because you never know who is listening in and who it can change because most people's stories have changed my life, and I hope that people who are going to be able to come on this podcast are going to be able to tell the stories that are going to shape the next generation. So yeah, pretty much that is who I am and what I am about. For now, on this particular side, I'm going to cook. Yeah, that is for sure. I'm going to be cooking on the cooking nurse because why not? Is there a better place to tell stories or catch up or show love without speaking than a dining table? No. So food is always going to be in the middle because growing up, I always participated in the food production, like getting the seeds, preparing the land, and planting and harvesting, and all the stories we told in the fields, and all the young girls that were there, everything that we listened to, some of them have shaped me to who I am right now. I know every time the people in the fields would talk about the lady who maybe foolishly slept with a married man and got pregnant and now is stuck, they told about those stories. I always knew that is not something I'm going to do. So yeah, I feel like those folk tales, if I could establish a platform where we can do that, then yeah. And one thing I want to bring forth from my childhood is the ability to use what you have in that particular moment and living a day as it comes. Let me tell you something. I am from a have-nots kind of background, but I am one person who has vividly looked at myself as an enough person. You will hear most times someone will say, oh, she doesn't like people, she doesn't want people. I think it's because of my childhood that I've been shaped to believe that I am enough. If I do not have it in me, I will not get it from outside. That is why I tell my stories every chance I get, because it's from within that I give wholeheartedly, and then I am able to receive to fill up that gap. So usually I grew up to be a self-sufficient person. I know the psychologists in the room are going to say that's a trauma response, but it has helped me to know that if I want to do something, I am the only person who has the power to change it. I have the power to consume the right content online. I have the power to say yes to a particular situation. I have the power to say no. I have everything it takes for me to move from this stage to the other stage. If I want to listen, if I want to get out of bed, if I want to cook, if everything, I have the power to decide and have the power to not do. So every day I wake up in the morning and I select or choose whatever thing I want to use my power on. It is going to shape my tomorrow. So it feels like home when someone shares their story, when someone tells the experiences life has taught them, because then, back in the day, as we were growing up, we used to have those moments where we sit down and the elders would sit us and tell us stories, emegane, shakuzo, proverbs, just to help us find our way in life in future. But nowadays, no, we are all working, there's jam, we come home late, we are catching up with the Kardashians, everything is just moving on a particular speed, so we don't have that much time. The screen is teaching our children, and however much I cannot say no to the screen because it helps me, yeah. Like, for example, when I'm filming this or cooking or stuff, the screen is going to help. But every time I grab a minute, I want to be able to teach my children that they are enough, they have everything that they need, and they can always create something from scratch and build it on their own. With other people, of course, other people that come through, and they also have the power to select which people are going to be in that particular building or project. So yeah, that is something I want to bring forth. And of course, the stories from all of you, from all of us, and the whole world. I hope one day we are able to sit on a bigger platform, on a bigger screen, and share our experiences in the smaller time we have on Earth. Again, we are all moving, so remember not to die with that juice within you. Make sure to tell a story every chance you get. And yeah, I hope maybe one day you'll be able to sit here and share with us who you really are and what you're about and what you want us to remember you for when you're gone, and make sure to pull through and deliver on that particular thing. My name is Rita. I'll be your host once again. Most of the times you'll not be seeing me on the screen, but yeah, this was our first episode. I wanted to explain to you why we are doing this or why I'm doing this, and yeah, welcome you on board. Ask you to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, follow us, or the plus sign on the podcast, whichever podcast platform you're listening from. And I'll be seeing you, of course, over and over again. We are shooting these episodes from TCN Studios. This is my space, the Cooking Nurse Studios, so TCN. We are located in Kampala, Kulambiro Ring Road. And yeah, come through, create with us. We have a number of videographers, photographers, and a lot of vast experience with sets. We believe in people being able to start from something from scratch and grow into something this big bubble and break barriers. So when you want to record a podcast or a YouTube channel, start a YouTube channel, and you know where to start from, your guide is going to be here always. Yeah, I came from the village to Kampala, so I can hold your hand. I'm joking, but yeah, I'm always going to be here. So please come through, support us, subscribe, and like you have done with the cooking nurse, I really, really appreciate. So let me not talk too much and say bye for now, and I'll be seeing you soon in my other episodes. Ciao.